Okay, now for something completely different. So, episode 3 was a comedic episode, which, I wasn't a fan of because, let's face it, Basha is supposed to be a war dog. These people are supposed to be one of the best of the best. Why are we doing comedy with them? And the Iron Fist, for that matter. Anyway, um, so first off, why is Basha using his real name? I mean, that makes no sense to me. If you're going to be going undercover, you should, maybe pick a different name. But anyway, so he apparently, everyone thought he was dead because he succumbed to the dragon's curse. I didn't think Wakandans would be so superstitious. But anyway, so it turns out that he was in bed with someone, which that's never a good sign. That never ends well. And it ended less well for Basha than. Actually, I take that back. It ended better for Basha than it probably should have. So we see a flashback of Jirani saving Basha from a blizzard. And how she nursed him back to health and they ended up sleeping together. So I'm going to say that this was something that took place within a day or two. I didn't catch how long they said he was gone. But I'm getting the impression that it wasn't long. Maybe a week at most. Because, first you have to nurse him back to health and then sleep with him. So, week tops. But definitely a few days. So, and with all Wakandan's technology, he tried to pull the tongue out of the dragon statue. Was like, oh well, and just takes a statue. I mean, with all of Wakanda's technology, he didn't have something to cut the tongue out. So he wouldn't have been put in this mess at all. Which everyone basically told him, if you just took the tongue, but he never actually claimed that he couldn't get it out. Or maybe he did once, that he just couldn't take it out. Which, again, with all of Wakanda's technology, you couldn't have brought something with you to cut the tongue out? So, Jirani, who isn't a moron, follows him and gets to Wakanda. So now it's a matter of them having a lover's quarrel and Basha, apologizing, explaining he couldn't tell her anything, and that the statue was stolen from them, and blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, there was the cute Who Seduced Who. And so they fight, and she reveals herself to be the Iron Fist, which we already knew that. And now this is China in the 1400s. I think that the Iron Fist has been around since BC. So I don't think that she's one of the first ones, but obviously Wakanda has never heard of the Iron Fist. Or at least Basha and Ebo have not heard of the Iron Fist. So Ebo finds them, and she uses the power of the Iron Fist to remove the tongue. And she's just telling Basha, why didn't you say something to me? I could have done this. I could have helped you. Now, that's all well and good, but he doesn't know who she is. He doesn't know that she's the Iron Fist and the significance of that. So, of course, he wants to keep Wakanda a secret. So, of course, he's not going to tell her. So, on the one hand, yes, she would have been helpful. So, it kind of makes him look stupid. But in this one instance, he is actually being smart because he doesn't know her. He doesn't know if she's going to blab to everyone about Wakanda. But because she explained about Kunlun and how you become the Iron Fist, obviously she can keep a secret because she doesn't exactly go around telling everyone about Kunlun and how she's the Iron Fist. So, obviously she could keep a secret. So it's fine to let her go, as they did at the end of this episode. But at the same time, how is Basha supposed to know that? If she's not going to tell him she's the Iron Fist and all there is around it, he has no reason to think that she isn't going to blab. So, yeah, in that regard, yes, it turned out to be an easy fix, but he had no reason to know that. But yes, being that this is Wakanda and their advanced technology, he should have had a cutter with him to remove the tongue. I mean, that would have saved him a lot of heartache. Let's see. What else is there about this episode that I wanted to mention? I really can't think of anything else. Maybe this episode was the same length, but seemed very short. So, I don't know. It seemed extremely short. I think I covered everything I wanted to this episode. So, with that, I will see you guys in the next episode.